In AFL today, the games from VFL Park and the Western Oval. Both matches in round 7 were decided by 2 points. Another bumper game at Waverley, Hawthorn against Collingwood. The Magpies last week having lost their battle for top place. The Hawks, going for their 5th win in a row, will have all the other teams in the 5 looking over their shoulder. Up until half-time, it was all Hawthorn 10-5-65 to Collingwood, 6 goals, 3-39. And we're going to join the action at the start of the 3rd quarter, and with Bruce McAvaney and commentary, Ian Robertson and Bernie Quinlan.
Second half about to commence. 10-5-6-3. Collingwood to the left, the scoring end, as Michael Roberts told us at half-time. Lawrence gets the first tap away. Brown, who's in the centre square. Dacos at the back, Mew at the front. Morwood. Well, Dacos and Shaw, it's the second time they've contested the same footy. Starcevic, now Shaw with a quick one, but a poor kick. Gave Keys little chance. And Collins at centre half back. Goes wide, looks for Mew. Didn't quite get there. He's now besieged. Lawrence off the ground. They do that so very well, Hawthorn. The little tap on, the little kick on. They set it up again. Whitman on the receiving end from Anderson. Hudson the target. Uses his body very, very well. Now Dunstall wants it quickly and he gives it to him, but not with quite the power that was required, and Kelly was in the front spot.
And perhaps Collingwood's best player, Craig Kelly, at full-back, chips it into Tony Shaw. Tony Shaw's kick wide. Marcus taken by Monkhurst. Monkhurst short. Starcevic marks just forward of the centre circle. So Craig Starcevic now. Drop punt kick towards full forward. Manson can't mark, but he's got the football. Yes, he does break the Johnny Platten tackle, but a poor kick into full forward. Collins fumbles. Was that over on the full? No, it wasn't, by Barwick. So we'll have a boundary throw in the left forward pocket for Collingwood. And they badly need Bernie to kick this first goal.
He lets himself down, Manson, time and again with his kicking. He gets the ball so very well. And yet from about 45 metres out, he just wasted that kick.
Ayres, clears, mark taken by Lawrence at centre half-back.
Lack of understanding again there. It was Shaw and Barwick. Poor bounce, should suit Collingwood. Anderson, well done, Monkhurst. Now Morwood gives Wright the chase, but gives Mew a chance with Starcevic. Still Mew. Bit too easy in the end. Russell, Hudson, who's played pretty well, and chips it to Hall. He can use Kennedy, but Mullane does well. Won't let him go to Kennedy. Now finally Kennedy. Back to Hall. It doesn't sit. It was a poor handball by Kennedy. Morwood, Mullane. Gaffer. Squeezes a left footer over the line. Not good.
No, we're talking about that. A couple of Collingwood players with very ordinary skill levels. Manson and Michael Gaffer, a tremendous defender, but sometimes waste the ball.
Whitman looks for Lawrence. Uncontested. Monkhurst out of position. Lawrence, who kicked a goal in the first quarter from the pocket after contesting a mark and getting a free kick. That was a tight angle. It was a very good kick. This one much more orthodox from about 45 metres. This to put Hawthorn 5 and a bit in front. Drop punt. He's kicked it very well and very straight. Through the middle. 11-5 to 6-3.
And that's Lawrence's second goal. He does play very well in the ruck, running up and down the ground, a good defender. He plays the game more as a ruck rover, very mobile big man. Here's a mark by Lawrence, and Monkhurst not able to get back there quickly enough. He usually does that very well, running across that half-back line, playing as an extra defender. But Lawrence, with his mobility, causing a few headaches.
Doing very well, Stephen Lawrence. Monkhurst gets the tap out. Lawrence nearly took it away. Dacos fumble. Tony Shaw off the ground. Rebounds for Hawthorn. Out wide to centre wing on this member's side. Russell attempted kick off the ground. Brown goes back. Handball over the top. Tony Shaw. In turn goes to Keys, who goes to Francis. Francis runs away and goes for goal. This is goal of the day. Tony Francis. Terrific stuff.
Oh, that was a magnificent goal from Francis, and Collingwood still in this match, even though they probably don't deserve to be. And Tony Francis, as Robbo called, real goal of the day stuff. He took on the Hawthorn defenders with a lot of dash, a lot of pressure in the end. Also, Collins closing on him rapidly. A magnificent kick off the boot. A real team-lifting goal there from Tony Francis.
So the Magpies, the spirit is enormous. Monkhurst again. Hudson couldn't do anything with it. Tony Hall just kicks it just a little bit too quickly. Anderson across his body. Morrissey can't mark. Collingwood getting back. Russell across his body. Collingwood under pressure. The ball at centre-half forward for the Hawks. Hudson goes bang and kicks the goal. Hudson's first goal, and everything Collingwood can throw at Hawthorn, the Hawks seem to have the answers.
Well, they've got the skills, haven't they, Robbo? They get the ball into that forward line. Rarely, if they have an opportunity, do they mess it up, and that's something Collingwood must learn. They've had the ball down on their forward line on so many occasions, only to see Hawthorn turn it around, race it back down the other end of the ground. When Hawthorn get the ball, they make the most of their opportunities, and that's why they're a champion side.
12-5, 7-3. Brown. Ayres off the ground. Turner and Morrissey. Left foot. Shaw. Platten late. High one to centre half forward. Ayres and Tuck. Take your pick in the end. Platten. Round his body. Anderson, who's been a thorn for Collingwood today. He's outrun Russell. Look at this. Pritchard with space. Dunstall. Mullane, and is at 50.
It should be definitely 50, Bruce. And it may even be a report. There's no doubt there will be 50. Oh, that's heavy stuff there from Darren Mullane. Not very sensible, though, because this is going to put Jason Dunstall right on the goal line.
You'd like to know what Dermott Brereton was saying to Mullane back there in the goal square, wouldn't you?
Well, this is a certain goal to Hawthorn, and not very clever play there by Darren Mullane. Ridiculous play, in fact. And very nearly a reportable incident there.
Dunstall for his fourth. 13-5, 7-3.
Monkhurst again. Francis this time's on the end of it. Kicks it high to centre half forward. Jenky back. Oh, what a good mark. Keys for Collingwood.
Superb.
And the Collingwood fans screaming for a penalty.
I think he was throwing himself around there, Robbo. No 50-metre penalty there.
Well, there's a lot of those black and white streamers out there, Bertie, and sometimes...
Look at that mark, though. That's a bird mark running with the flight of the ball. Jenky holding on. Keys throwing himself around.
Keys from 50. And he nearly gets the distance, but it's helped over by Langford. And the smile of the goal umpire, obviously he's not a Collingwood supporter because it's a behind to the Magpies. Collingwood 7-4, Hawthorn 13-5.
Langford, one of the champs for Hawthorn over the years. Ayres the target, and it's been paid. The handball to Mew. Well, how many times has Langford, Ayres and Mew over the years? Now Hall at centre wing. And there are Hawks everywhere. Collins. Just short again to Brereton. Well done, Christian. Able to punch it away. Pritchard was lurking. Michael Christian given the job on Brereton. We're about halfway through the first quarter. 83-46. Monkhurst and Lawrence. Morrissey just waits for it. Turner sweats on him. Well, no one's got hold of him. Play on. Good call, that. Russell. Francis. Shaw. No free kick. Kennedy. Whitman. Off one leg. Dunstall again. He's just so quick. He's like a panther.
Yes, well, a little bit of luck came into that, Bruce, also, because the kick from Whitman there off the side of the boot. Yeah, just slipping off the side of the boot, and Dunstall happened to be just in the right position.
But he can twist and turn like very few full forwards, and from 25 metres kicks his fifth. 14-5 to 7-4, and the Hawks have really opened up here.
It's been a great exhibition from the entire Hawthorn side. Dippy Domenico, who started off so brilliantly, now off the ground. Maybe Tony Shaw a little bit unlucky not to get a free kick there. Dragged off the ball. Craig Kelly expecting the kick to go towards the goal line. Raced back there, but it fell short. And Dunstall, as Bruce said, very agile.
Hawthorn have kicked 4 goals. Collingwood have kicked 1 this third quarter. So the gap has widened. 43 points in favour of the Hawks. Kennedy, handball. There was an option past Platt, and it was Mew. Mew's kick to Brereton. Can't mark. Morrissey dispossessed, but Pritchard's there. They always seem to have someone there to give a teammate a bit of a assistance in the crunch situation. Morwood, centre half-back, kicks it wide. McGuan gathers but falls over. Whitman, Anderson, there's another player helping. This time it's Platt. The spirit of Hawthorn is alive and well. The kick to centre half forward. Gear, there's a player on his own, it's Dunstall. Can he get there? No, he helps the ball back into play. The goal umpire's signal it's out of bounds, I can't believe it. But officially we'll have a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, line ball decision, that very close to being in play, I think there, Robbo.
Wayne Harms against Collingwood, 1979. 14-5 to 7-4. Hawks lead. Morwood. Sweeping hand pass. McGuan seems to have been under enormous pressure every time he's gone near the football. And all he can do is kick it over the boundary line in front of Terry Keys.
Only 5 kicks for Mick McGuan today. 5 kicks, 6 handballs. Usually sets up so much of the play for the Collingwood side.
Monkhurst and Lawrence. Monkhurst wins it. Francis. McGuan. Keys. Shaw. Starcevic the target. Good mark. Brown and Dacos running free. Manson in the goal square. Torpedo punt. Langford.
That's terrible play by Starcevic. He's done it 3 or 4 times, blazed away from 60 metres when there has been a lead provided.
Gee, what a difference from one end to the other, with Dunstall leading and they keep hitting him on the chest. Kennedy back to Keys. Well, Collingwood have got to stand up and be counted right now. They're 14-7 behind. McGuan just squeezes one. Brown, Collins, no free kick. Gee, Collins was like a little terrier, wasn't he?
Yeah, what desperation. Gavin Brown making the mistake of trying to take it on the chest. He cannot relax at this level of football.
Mew. Keys misses it. Starcevic, Shaw, getting some kicks. Dacos and Ayres. Ayres with strength, Manson, and he kicks a goal. Manson's second. Collingwood get their 8. 14-5 to 8-4.
Well, they're still battling hard, Collingwood, but without much system into that forward line. It's been a superb performance by Hawthorn. Tony Shaw again kicking high and hoping, as they've done most of the afternoon. Gary Ayres in front just couldn't take the mark, and fortunately for James Manson, it spilled out the back door and he kicks his second.
Got 14 minutes left in the third quarter, and Collingwood would need to do most of the attacking for this remainder of the quarter. Morwood, he's caught. Just got his left foot to the ball. Russell left it behind. Hall, Platt, too high. Gray on. Collingwood out of trouble. Hawk supporters not happy. McGuan's kick to centre half forward, and that is a great mark taken by Jenke. A pack of 5 players and a clean mark to the Hawthorn half-back. Short kick, effective. Mark taken by Pritchard. Pritchard's in the centre. And somehow he gets around. right at the Collingwood player. The kick by Pritchard, punched away by the Collingwood defence. McGuan getting into the play. Out it goes to Brown. Collingwood need to make something of this. Brown's kick. There's a player on his own in the pocket. It's Barwick. And he takes the mark. He thumps it to the front of the goals. Manson, 2-on-1, so there must be a Collingwood player on the ground. Langford, assistance from Whitman. And Whitman coolly. Morrissey's caught by Turner. But he got the handball back, and the Hawks are out of trouble through Pritchard.
Left-hand handball, not too good. Christian misses it though. Brereton very cleverly. Pritchard again. Dunstall. Well done, Kelly. Kennedy caught. No free kick. Shaw over the top. It's frantic and it's hectic and it's defensive footy at its best.
Wasn't that great play by Dermott Brereton over the other side there with that handball? He kept it low, ran it underneath the players, knew he didn't have time to get it over the top of Michael Christian, so just dribbled it along the ground.
Morrissey brilliantly to Kennedy. Left foot, Kelly's going to touch it. Does. Keeps it in. Sweeps it to Maud, but misses the body. Gets away with it. Francis. Still Francis. The pressure from Hawthorn is magnificent. Lawrence, good take. Anderson charges to goal with a drop punt, and it is touched. Oh, it's exciting. 14-6 to 8-4.
I tell you what, that was great effort by Kelly, because how many times do you see a player give a free kick away in that situation? He was certainly out of position on Dunstall, and he was able to force it through for a behind to Hawthorn. The kick in comes to McGuan. Gee, Collingwood are under some pressure. McGuan's kick wide to half back. No mark, Turner. No, it's pitched. It's stolen. Morrissey. Full forward, Dunstall. Don't give him the sit, Craig Kelly, because he'll take it all over the top of you. Magnificent hands.
They have been really, their job's been made so much easier because Collingwood have fumbled, the handball's been terrible. Michael Christian, who's usually a sure mark overhead, has dropped everything he's got his hands to today.
Dunstall's kick 5. And I'd suggest by the look of that, he's kick 6.
Lawrence easily. Mullane goes backwards. Concedes. Brereton lined him up. Quick kick by Mullane. Back to where he started with the footy. Francis with some pace. One bounce. Looks for Dacos. Francis again. Caught. Too high.
Well, lucky.
Well, he went to ground. Ears over the top. Collingwood want 50 metres. No one on the mark. Now Mew on the mark. So Ayres with his left arm over the shoulder. Manson the target, and he's got it. It's a good mark. And he was able to outposition Langford.
His awkward style, Bruce, must be difficult for players to contend with.
Absolutely. And he's also an awkward kick, but he has kicked 2. And I think everybody at the ground knows the importance of this kick. The drop punt. And he has missed it. Well, at one end, Dunstall just drills them through. And at the other, Collingwood battle to get a full point. So it's 15-6 to 8-5.
Gary Ayres doing a pretty good job back there in defence for Hawthorn. Drop punt kick outside 50. Russell. Tucky goes back. Spoils Barwick beautifully. Manson's 1-on-4. Langford shrugs the tackle with strength and kicks it wide. The mark is taken by Kennedy. Kennedy is just outside the 50-metre area. Monkhurst should mark, but dropped the sitter. In goes Whitman. Ball rebounds. Platt. Desperate stuff by Platt. Brought down, but Anderson is there. They've always got the numbers, the Hawks. And the kick is effective, finding Hudson. Centre half forward. Look at this kick. Look at it if you don't mind. He spotted Brereton from 45 metres. swung around onto the left foot, which is his unnatural side, and has just hit Brereton on the chest with pinpoint accuracy.
And you couldn't see it there, but Dermott had an opportunity, Robert, to go over the top with the handball to Jason Dunstall. The good thing about this Hawthorn side, they don't waste anything, do they?
Percentage football, I suppose you don't get many chances, Bernie, so you've got to make the most of it, huh? Brereton for his second. And he's riding it, and he's happy. 2 goals to Dermott Brereton. And Hawthorn 16-6-102 lead the Magpies 8-5-53.
It's Hudson moving the ball on very quickly. Moore, I don't think, held on to him long enough. He made it a little bit easier for him to get around on that left foot. Great skills, though, shown by the Hawthorn side all day. It's been a 6-goal quarter by Hawthorn, 2 goals only to Collingwood.
Well, it's been one-way traffic in this third quarter. All to the right of screen and Hawthorn. Brereton. Pritchard off the ground. Morrissey got a good bounce. Kennedy. Brown. But still having to concede as they have all day. Gaffer. Turner. McGuan. Monkhurst. Russell. Through the centre. Runs too far. Well, maybe that symbolises the frustration for Collingwood today. No options up forward. Decided to weave and change his direction. Take that extra 4 or 5 steps. And gives away a free kick. So Anderson from the centre. Brereton. Still Brereton. Gives it off in the end. Collingwood hold it up at last. And it'll be the umpires with a score 102-53.
So 49 points, the Hawks lead. Tony Shaw in the picture. He's battled hard. Monkhurst gets it to Shaw. Shaw's kick is straight up in the air. Punch on by Brereton, goes toward it within goal scoring distance. Gaffer's caught. Platten's in there. Turner does well for Collingwood. What can he do with the football? He kicks it back in towards the centre, and the mark is taken by Starcevic. No one running for Collingwood out of their back line. Starcevic. 1-on-1, Barwick and Tuck. Barwick gets back. Right. 3-on-1. Jenke. How quickly did he get in there and dispossess and then deliver the ball again out towards Lawrence? Bumped off the football was Brown. Monkhurst just gets his foot to the ball. Collingwood mark taken by Starcevic. Play on. Shares it with McGuan. McGuan sweeping handball to Wright. Wright's got no one to give it to. Round onto the right foot goes Graham Wright and hooks it back into the left forward pocket. And while all that was going on, the Hawks steadied it at the back, and Ayres took the mark and gives it away to Anderson.
Well, just at the moment, there's a huge difference in the skill level. So precise, Hawthorn, compared with Collingwood. Centre wing, Morwood, a great mark. Mullane just gets hold of Pritchard by the hair and puts him on the ground. Then Hall comes in. McGuan. Russell attacks the goal with a good kick. Ayres back. Dacos round his body, and at long last he's got one. Dacos has got his first, and Collingwood are up to 9. 9-5 to 16-6.
It's been a long time coming, Bruce, too, Peter Dacos. Only 3 kicks for the afternoon, 3 kicks and 3 hand passes. And really, he needs to do more if Collingwood are to have a chance on that forward line. Peter Dacos has been well held by Gary Ayres, who was beaten comprehensively last week by Gary O'Donnell. And really, he's not a player if he's down. He doesn't do enough chasing or tackling also.
Monkhurst, who's done well at the centre bounce knockouts, but Whitman takes it away for Hawthorn. Up towards full forward, Dunstall.
Brilliant.
Frustration by Craig Kelly.
But what play out of the centre there by the Hawks, winning the tap out. Whitman charging through.
Well, actually, I thought Monkhurst got the tap out. Whitman just read it a bit better than the Collingwood smaller players.
You wouldn't wish to see better football, though, than that, Robbo, would you?
No, it's
With,
copybook
the
stuff. I'm just looking at Whitman's statistics, Bruce, 15 possessions. Dunstall goes for his 7th and makes no mistake.
Today's match is part of the CUB AFL 1990 Premiership season.
The Hawks looking absolutely awesome, kicking 26-7 to 12 goals 8. Dunstall kicked 11 goals. Brereton and Morrissey each kicked 3. And who'd like to discount the Hawks, even going on and winning it? For Collingwood, Barwick kicked 3 and Francis kicked 2. 53,982 at VFL Park. To the other games now, and Richmond and Geelong. Well, once again, the Tigers had trouble with the Cats at the MCG. Gary Ablett kicked 12 goals. That's 36 in 3 years against Richmond at the MCG. Brown kicked 5, and for Richmond, Michael Pickering kicked 3 goals. Carlton beat Essendon for the second time this season, 16-11 to 12 goals 15. For the Blues, Stephen Kernahan kicked 7 and Phillips got 3, and for Essendon, Paul Salmon kicked 3 goals. And St Kilda beat Fitzroy at Moorabbin by 1 solitary point. Devonport kicked 6, Dwyer 5, Lockett kicked 3 goals, and for Fitzroy, Wheeldon kicked 7 and Taylor kicked 3.
Time now to check the CUB AFL Premiership season league ladder.
Well, the league ladder, it's mathematically possible for North, Carlton or Footscray to force their way in, but either Hawthorn or Melbourne would have to have a real tumble late in the season. Of course, the Eagles to play Melbourne in Perth tomorrow.